Rugby really does start at the grassroots level. You know, we need as many of those youngsters coming in and getting hold of a rugby ball and starting to enjoy it, you know, as best they can. It's all about fun at that age, to be quite honest. You know, we're lucky. We have what we call hub officers who are out in the region. We have about 12 currently in North Wales. They work very much with the secondary schools. They also work with the clubs in their catchments as well. So they're really trying to connect, you know, people that are playing rugby when they come into secondary schools and connecting with clubs and trying to promote them and push them forward into those clubs.
WRU are doing loads at the moment, increasing participation in rugby, whether it be kids rugby, women's rugby, alternative rules games, things like touch rugby and stuff like that for people that don't want to have contact. It's great because the more people that grow up with the ethics of rugby and the values of rugby, the better in my eyes. It's important that we develop the grassroots in sport because the first team, the international players, they have to come from somewhere. And if we get the grounding right now, we'll have better players, we'll have fitter players, we'll have players that have got more skill, more technique.
My role in participation is to really encourage grassroots rugby and to get as many children involved in rugby, whether they be boys or girls, and get them engaged in a rugby club environment. So even minis rugby, you know, I see a lot of that being taken up now, which is brilliant. It really offers that family environment, I suppose, that parents are really keen on. I think if we can really grow and strengthen our numbers at junior level and at minis level, you know, if we work really hard, we can retain them in the game.
If we get the grassroots as good as we can and get the level of rugby and coaching in that area as good as we can, then the players are just going to get better and better that come into our academy system. We spent some really good time in the community this year during our road shows. Especially we've been able to go to places which are quite far away in the region compared to others, and that's been a really important step for us, and it's given us some ideas that we can try and push through in the next couple of years to get the quality of rugby at grassroots as high as we can.
Grassroots rugby is fundamental in any long-term strategy within an organisation. So the saying is, if you want a lot of cream, you've got to have a lot of milk. And we've got to keep producing as many people at the bottom end of the game, the mini rugby section, so that we keep producing those standards that will ultimately, if you've got more quality, it'll give yourself the best chance of producing more quality players. And getting kids playing the game is ultimately where it all starts.